Hello, makers. I am Jen, head of marketing for Making, and we are here at Sacred Sheep in Portland, Oregon, interviewing some vendors and other people who are connected to this amazing show. And of course, we have Hannah here.
Hi.
And I'm so excited that you're here and that we get to chat more. We chatted a little bit yesterday for behind the scenes to give a little bit of a look at what this, you're not just going to walk into a fiber festival and you're like, bing, it's done.
Yes.
There's a lot of hard work that goes behind it, for sure. Do you want to introduce yourself to everyone?
Yeah, I'd love that. Hey, y'all. I am Hannah Thiessen Howard. I am a knitting book writer. You might know me from my work with Slow Knitting and Seasonal Slow Knitting, which are my books, but I also am the current editor of By Hand Serial magazine and the editor-in-chief of Common Threads, which is a new experimental publication from the Hudson Valley Textile Project. It's like a newspaper. And I've had them all here the whole time this weekend and just having a great time getting to talk to people about everything and get to know them. I mean, that's my favorite part is like meeting readers, people that I haven't met in person.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so tell us, where did your making journey begin?
Oh gosh. So when I was 8 years old, my mother moved us to Kentucky, and not just Kentucky, but rural Kentucky.
Wow.
And we lived out in the country, and we went to this little country church. She was a pastor when I was a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
And we had all of these great people around us all the time doing things like baking bread and growing vegetables.
Yeah.
And there was a woman in the church who was a sheep farmer. And she was also a spinner and a knitter and a dyer and all these things. So she just, I guess, took a shine to me and was like, oh, you can come over on Sunday afternoons and I'll teach you how to knit. And at first it was me and like 6 other kids, but over time it just became me. I was the only one who stuck with it. And she would give me these little balls of yarn and we'd dye them with Kool-Aid and we'd bake cookies and go out and visit the sheep. And she taught me how to spin. I did not retain that information. I picked up spinning a lot later in life. But something about that really early connection to it was so impactful for me. And as I kind of got older, I let go of the knitting a little bit for a while, but came back to it in college. I was living in Iowa and it was really cold and I didn't want to go to class. And I was like, what can I do while I watch Gilmore Girls? And so I just started knitting again and I got really addicted to it. And Ravelry had just started. So there was all this internet excitement and new books. And so I just kind of dove in head first and never looked back.
Let's say you're sitting down with your knitting.
Mm-hmm.
You are going in for like a hardcore crafting session, hours.
Okay. All right.
Maybe you're trying to get a sweater done before something. I don't know, an event. As we do.
I don't do that.
That's
not
I don't
me,
either,
but
others do. Anyways, What does your space look like?
So we just got a new couch. And I basically
yeah.
spend all of my time at home now on this new couch. And it was so important to me that it was the kind of couch where it was very deep. And so we got this hugely deep couch where I can like bring my legs up on the couch with me and have all this space. So lately it's been the couch. I have like my cushion and then I'll have all of the knitting things around and the TV on and the cats all over the place. I've got 3 of them.
Oh my gosh,
all
love it.
Yeah, that's my cozy spot right now.
What are you watching?
Probably something science fiction. Lately, I've been watching, because it's spooky season, so I've been watching the new Resident Evil on Netflix.
Nice.
It's so good.
That's awesome.
It's so good. And then, if you're looking for something that's not terrifying, I did just finish Discovery of Witches, which is based on a book series, and that was great.
Do you have like a drink with you or a snack?
Yes, I have a weakness for, that orange queso that comes in the jar from Totino's?
Yes.
I just eat that. I eat it cold. You guys are going to be disgusted with me.
No,
I eat it
everybody has their
cold,
thing.
and I'm like, I cannot stop eating it. I think that they put illegal drugs in it. I'm pretty sure. They're out to get me.
The addiction is real.
Yeah, no, it is real. I have to not buy it. I actively have to try not to buy it.
Okay, if you're watching this, put in the comments, what is the thing that you're like, that's not an everyday occurrence for a lot of people. So I want to know that. I love the queso and knitting.
Yeah, I'm really addicted to that orange queso. I just don't even know. Also, gummy bears. I love like any gummy candy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. If you could teach one famous person to knit, who would it be?
Pedro Pascal. Pedro Pascal, let me teach you how to knit.
Pedro,
Also,
are you
I
listening?
will leave my husband for you. He's so good.
I mean, but
Don't tell my
don't-
husband I said that.
I think your husband would be okay with it.
He would
probably
also leave me
understand.
for Pedro Pascal.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna guess he would
We
leave
can
you
both
for Pedro.
just marry Pedro Pascal. We'll just be a
Have you ever seen the show Sister Wives? We're about to
yes,
go into that.
yes. Pedro Pascal, be our thruple.
Can I
Marry
come to the
Pedro.
wedding?
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
good.
Everyone should be in the wedding.
I love it. I will be in the wedding. I just want to like give him a hug.
Oh, he's so
He's
he just warm and snuggly kind of vibes, but also like
He's like what I feel like knitting is, right?
Mhm.
Like it's like warm
he's like
and
a
snuggly
sweater
and lovely.
as a human.
Oh.
He's a sweater as a human.
Pedro Pascal, you are like a human sweater.
This is getting weird.
I love
We're
it.
getting weird,
It's
y'all.
perfect. What do you like to do that has nothing to do with crafting?
Ooh, that's a good one. Nothing to do with crafting. I mean, I read a lot. I read a lot
Nice.
of books. Right now I'm reading the fourth book in Brandon Sanderson's Stormlight Archive, which I'm like big into epic, like anything epic and thick and fantasy that takes me a long
okay.
time to read. So I am also reading the first book in the Silo series.
Oh,
It's been
I've been
called
watching
Wool.
that show.
It's the perfect book to read for this weekend because it's
Ooh.
called Wool.
little synchronicities in the universe. That means that you're on the right path.
Absolutely.
Beautiful. Have you done the thing that I think is impossible and learned how to knit and read a book at the same time?
I do it all the time.
Amazing.
I do it all the time. Yeah, you just set the book in your lap.
Okay.
The key is having a book that's got a nice broken in spine. So get a book from the library, nice heavy book. Set it in your lap. Put
Okay.
your phone on the side that you're not reading so it holds it down.
Got it.
And then you just look down and you knit for a while and then you turn the page. Now you can't do
Okay.
it with everything. I'm not going to do it with lace or like
Right.
anything
This
I have
is like
to
a
think about.
stockinette or
Yeah,
like
it's
a
a garter stitch kind of.
Yeah, we're garter
situation.
stitching. My ADHD maker girlies out there probably understand. It's hard for me to just read a page.
Yeah.
So I'm very much an audio book gal.
And see, I don't do audiobooks. I did one series by audiobook because I was driving a lot for a job, but I can't like listen to something and do something else. So it's like the opposite problem for me.
Got it. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'll read a page and then be like, what did I just read? So add knitting to that and a disaster zone.
Yeah, no, I
So
can see
congratulations. It's amazing.
Yeah, but I can't like listen to a podcast and work. Like I can't do that.
I can't do that either.
Yeah.
Imagine editing a podcast and
Imagine editing this video.
for work. Yeah. It's going to be good. I'm excited for it. Why are you excited to be here at Sacred Sheep?
Oh man, I think the biggest thing for me at Sacred Sheep is that this has been my first real West Coast book signing event. I have never done a book signing on this side of the country, and I very rarely get out here, and so it's very exciting to meet readers that I've never met before and people who come up to the booth and they're like, I have all my books. I didn't know you were going to be here. And I'm like, you should have read the things. I want to sign them.
Yeah.
Like, bring your books to me. I want to sign them. And so getting to meet people out here and they're so excited and just a whole new arena of readers that I haven't encountered or talked to before. And Portland especially, really the Pacific Northwest is such a woolly place to be.
Yeah.
That it's just really wonderful.
Yeah.
The vibes are good. The vibes are epic.
The vibes are epic here. It's true. I kind of feel like it's the magic of the Pacific Northwest.
What I love up here, it's just that everything's outside is green and gray, and everything inside is glowy.
Yeah.
Like y'all really love warm light up here, and I appreciate that. There are no
It's
fluorescents.
true. No.
No fluorescents.
No,
just
no.
warm light.
We
and that's
know good light.
Ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everywhere I go in Portland, it's like glowy and warm.
Last question. We at Making have been talking a lot about community and like what that word should actually mean because a lot of people throw that word around. And we kind of think that, community is connection. We don't think it, we know it. That's why we built this app. So what would you say to makers who maybe want to really help build that idea of community being connection and not just a word that we throw around?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing that I've seen is that we have a lot of cult of personality in this industry. There are certain people that everyone's really excited about their work and they want to see them and hang out with them. And I just really appreciate when people are able to do that, but also not exclude anyone who is not that person. When I go to an event, I almost always have this very particular interaction where someone comes up to me and they're like, oh, I saw this person over there, but I've never spoken to them and I want to speak to them. And I'm like, let's go introduce you. Let's go say hi. Like, if you've been around in this space for a while, if you've been around as a knitter, someone attending lots of shows, help the people who are newer at it. That's really the biggest thing for me with community. I mean, I wouldn't be where I was, where I am, if I didn't have knitters who were older, wiser, more available, more experienced coming to me and saying, oh, no, do this thing, meet this person. And we have to do that for all levels of people, not 100%. Just big superstar knitters, but also for knitters who have never met each other, who have something in common. You know? Be a connector.
It's lifting people up no matter what their follower count is, or no matter how long they've been doing this, what they're doing. If they literally have just cast on their first project and they're coming into an event like this, it's so important. So good.
Yeah, everyone just needs to feel included.
Exactly. Awesome. Where can everybody find you?
They can find me online at www.slow-knitting.com. You can also find me on Instagram as Hannibal Knits. I'm also on the Making app as Hannibal Knits and on Threads as Hannibal Knits. I'm probably on some other apps, but I don't really hang out there. So
none of them matter, no.
You can send me an email. You can send me an email at hannah@slow-knitting.com.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And go say hi to somebody that maybe looks like they want to meet somebody new, or make a new friend. If they look
lonely. If they look lonely or out of place or uncomfortable, go say hi.
Thank you.
Thank you.